Welcome to another episode of Hard Factor. It's episode number 714 of Hard Factor, Friday, June 18th, 2021. I'm Will. We got Mark, Pat, Wes, full house, all the hosts. And a couple things after follow up on, guys, before we get going here. Tis is here. Tis the season at the Hard Factor store, hardfactor.com. Go to the merch.
What is Tis,
section.
Will?
Tis is Wes has provided a picture of the tank top for us there. He's he's like, well, he has nothing to do with the animated character Taz, but you could say that he's similar in some ways, but much more out of control, a little bit slower.
Would you say he's the RC Cola to Taz's Coke?
No, sir.
I mean, I like the comparison, but I don't even want to compare anything at all to Taz.
He's more like the Surge to any lemon lime type drink.
Yeah,
good enough for me.
Yeah, I don't know where we're at legally with comparing him to
we don't
others. So we just
I saw some people. I saw some comments today that they were like, I remember Tiz from my childhood, just like I remembered him. So Tiz has been around, and everyone's
okay. So we're outlawing the other word now. Then
that's just Tiz. Tiz has been around. Yeah.
All right, Tiz.
I grew up in a Tiz household personally.
That's right.
We all did. That's why he's our mascot now. And June 17th is now Tiz Day for Hard Factor.
Everyone's got a Tiz in the family. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yes, you do.
Tis true.
You know about Tiz. Sometimes you want to be the Tiz. You know, a lot of times actually
on a Friday night.
It's easier.
Yeah, that's right. TGIF. TGIT. And most importantly, though. This episode number 714, marks the 3-year anniversary of the show. We've probably done over 1,000 shows in those 3 years when you think about Sirius XM, Stereo, Patreon, on top of the 714 daily news shows. And therefore, in honor of this milestone, June 18th, the day that we set forth on this journey as Hard Factor, and have made it now 3 years, Wes has submitted the formal paperwork. This day will henceforth be known as Hard Factor Day, June 18th.
June 18th is Hard Factor Day. And you know what, Will? I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I think today is our 1,000th show.
Don't do that, because the 1,000's gonna be a big deal.
No, it will
not
be
our 1,000th daily show.
Not our 1,000th daily podcast for Hard Factor. This is our 1,000th show together since we started on June 18th. Yeah. Today it's a fact. Today
3 years
show. Yeah.
1,000 shows. It's been a hell of a ride, guys. Wes, thanks for submitting that paperwork. I mean, we're officially submitted, right? It's gonna
Congress has to approve it, I believe, for it to be but
all right.
Today, for all intents and purposes, no matter what, will forever be National Hard Factor Day.
It's being recognized today, starting 2021, June 18th, and then the Hive's gonna give Congress hell until it's recognized internationally.
We'll get it passed eventually.
Did you do a double submission? Did you submit back end Tiz Day for the 17th? Because really 17th Tiz Eve, and
Tismas Eve.
Tismas Eve.
I did not do that, but if we get Hard Factor through, let's concentrate on that. Then we'll
I'd say Tiz Day is secondary, but it is the precursor to Hard Factor.
And then the 19th is our first big eating contest, and like the first day of summer, Fat Boy Summer. So like the 17th, 18th, 19th is like,
it's
whoa, that's a lot. That's pretty big.
That's true. Another reason the
16th is my sober date.
We're gonna keep.
Oh shit! Was that your 1 year on the 16th?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This week is incredible.
Mid-June, shine, didn't you, Wes?
What's that?
Had to steal the shine, didn't you?
We got to get Wes.
Mark was lining up the days. I figured I'd throw it in there.
Get Wes drunk so he takes that off the table.
Yeah. Gotta shut this shit down.
That's awesome. Well,
I just got a shit ton of non-alcoholic beer.
Congratulations, Wes.
Thank you.
Congrats, Wes. You're also about to find out how it's about to get harder on your anniversary date, because it's going to be a long weekend federally. So that's going to be a big deal.
That's perfect.
But speaking of the 19th, Pigs in a Blanket contest is happening. Pat, we did go with the Bagel Bite dogs, correct?
Yep.
So Bagel Bite dogs, get those if you want to eat along with the boys. It's going to be a power hour live stream Saturday afternoon. There will be one standing last.
Yeah, so 3 p.m. Eastern. That's the deal. It's
Okay,
going to be on our YouTube channel. That's where you can guaranteed find it. Okay. And which is youtube.com/hardfactornews. It will be a competition between the four of us. It is a power hour style, so it could go past an hour because there's no end to this contest. It ends when the last man bows out, which I imagine will be forcible regurgitation. So one pig in a blanket per minute until the end. We haven't decided on the prize yet, but it's really not about that. You know, it's about kicking off summer the right way. Fat boy summer.
Fat boy summer.
Does everyone have theirs? By the way, Wes, I ordered 12 and they only delivered 10 and they're 12 packs. So we each have 12 times 5, 60 exactly, which is the hour.
I don't think I'm getting anywhere near 60 to be honest.
I propose that if one of us is
not with that
still
attitude.
you live 2 miles from me. I propose if one of us drops out and the other one looks like they might pass 60, the other one has to drive over some.
Oh, you're gonna be so full on that drive.
Yeah.
that person gets screwed the worst.
Funniest drive of all time. Bring over a Tupperware with 10 extra little smokies.
Oh, that's fun. Well, yeah, I gotta go get my bagel bite dogs. I will have them in time for the contest. I'm excited.
And then today, 5 o'clock. So here's the new launch time for Eatin' Dips is 5 o'clock.
Nice.
Eastern on Fridays. So that's the deal. New episodes out this week. And I think hopefully we'll have podcasts ready. We'll let you know, but you can find it at youtube.com/eatindips. Yeah, big things coming with that show. So if you're a crypto fan, I suggest you check in with the show.
Cryptocurrency. Ever heard of it? It's pretty cool stuff. Talk about the coins. Yeah. So that's what's happening right now, today, this weekend.
Just a little stuff, just a little bit of stuff.
Yeah, we got all kinds of shit coming up
Yeah.
after that too. So, Hard Factor doing big things in 2021. Anything else, fellas, before we hop into what's happening today?
No, I got it. It's one of my cat's birthday on the 20th. I think we'll keep it. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Just kidding. Probably is. I got so many of them.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Probably
Just kidding.
4 of them's birthday.
Let's do the news. I'm just kidding.
let's do it. Today's observances, besides Hard Factor Day, it's also Autistic Pride Day, Go Fishing Day, International Panic Day. That sounds like a horrible one. International Picnic Day. That sounds like a lot better.
It sounds like maybe they submitted Panic Day first and they realized it was a typo.
No, wait. No, wait.
Accidental picnic Day.
The Panic was already written on the book, so we can't delete Panic, but you can resubmit Picnic.
So it's both. Yeah, they fucked that up. International Sushi Day, National Cheesemakers Day, National Cherry Tart Day, National Flip Flop Day, National Splurge Day, Take Back the Lunch Break Day, Ugliest Dog Day, Wear Blue Day, and Work at Home Father's Day.
But most importantly, Hard Factor Day.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. Because on this day, June 18th, in 618, the year 618, that's a long time ago, the Tang Dynasty took over rule in China.
Like
you gotta
the
think
sound
about
of
how,
that.
yeah. You like the Tang?
Delicious dynasty.
That's true. You got to think about how old China is. 618. That's crazy. They're like their government was
Been around, yeah.
The War of 1812 began between the U.S. and Britain on June 18th. In 1815, just 3 years after that, Napoleon defeated Britain at the Battle of Waterloo. So Britain getting a lot of action.
Oh man, yeah, like earlier this week was his like big day of winning too. So he has June.
He's hot in the summer.
He's
you don't
hot
want
in
to
the
fight
summer.
Napoleon in the summer.
He's willing to go.
He is. He's ready. In 1928, but he's easier to beat in the winter. In 1928, Amelia Earhart became the first woman to fly across the Atlantic on June 18th.
Nice.
In 1940, Winston Churchill delivered his finest hour speech. And of course, in 2018, Hard Factor published our very first podcast, radically changing the world forever.
Hey, Will, happy Hard Factor Day. Mark,
Thanks, Pat.
happy Hard Factor Day to you. Wes, happy Hard Factor Day.
And to you, happy Hard Factor Day, Pat.
Happy Hard Factor Day to you, Pat.
Right back at you.
Thank you. All right. Let's do the
show.
News. Have a great fucking weekend. Let's do the news. Daily Buzz is up first. Number 4, the Supreme Court, including Justice Amy Coney Barrett, who you remember was rushed to confirmation to kill Obamacare, right, guys?
That's right.
Well, she rejected a challenge to the Affordable Care Act, aka Obamacare, along with the other justices, 7-2, meaning that that was all bullshit about ACB being out to get the law. Only Gorsuch and Alito dissented. And though the ACA isn't completely intact from when it was originally passed, protections for pre-existing conditions, incentivizing preventive care, and healthcare.gov are staying, according to SCOTUS.
Healthcare.gov is the worst part about it.
Pre-existing conditions is
one
the
of the
best
big
part,
parts. Yeah. Right.
That's
Yeah. And the part that I was saying isn't completely intact is that the individual mandate to carry insurance is no longer like fine
Right.
by
It's
the
not
government.
like a tax or fine. Yeah.
And that was also the best part about it, in my opinion, is as a guy who would not get insurance for himself unless
you want to be held accountable.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to be punished. Yeah.
It's a
It's
shithead rule.
good for procrastinators. True. Like, yeah. But
Yeah. It's kind of ended up in like this I guess like a negotiated state that it is, but the Supreme Court says it's sticking.
You're gonna have to
in that
threaten
state.
arrest on me for me to take care of myself.
Otherwise, I'm your problem.
Yeah.
That's why they had the rule in there to begin with, but yeah, they got that out of there, I think, for fear that it would be deemed unconstitutional.
Right.
Number 3 in the buzz, Nick Cannon. He's had twins again, fellas. This is his second set of twins, this time with Abby De La Rosa. He also has twins with Mariah Carey, and he has 2 other children with Brittany Bell. So congrats to Nick.
Might be time to snip the cannon.
Maybe so.
I don't think there's got to be another term for sealing a cannon.
Yeah, time to seal the
seal off
cannon.
Cementing. It's like cementing the cannon.
Yeah.
Cement the end of it. Do you cement the end, or do you just take out the ignition part?
No. Like you've seen like
Disembowel the cannon
at memorials or like government buildings where they have cannons. They pour cement in the barrel.
Yeah, you're right. It's like a solid front. It's a flat.
Yeah, he's
front.
got to do something to it.
But then he can't pee. He needs to. I think he's got to go the other way. You can't cement the cannon. You got it.
Yeah. Snip's fine.
Yeah, Snip's
keeps cementing himself in these ex-wives' lives forever, with these kids.
That's true.
It's true. He's got a big network. He's going to be taken care of later in life. Yeah. All right.
A whole Wild and Out crew. He could, with his kids, they could do Wild and Out 20 years from now when they're old enough to make jokes that are inappropriate.
Yeah. He'll have enough for like a whole set.
Yeah.
Number 2, sports. Rick Carlisle is not returning to the Mavs with 2 years left on his head coaching deal. So big news in the NBA. Yeah. Cole Beasley doesn't want to take the vaccine, and he's very mad that the NFL Players Association wants him to take the vaccine. So he's just airing that out to anybody who cares to listen.
Cole Beasley looks like a guy that demands anal from his woman.
Yeah, is Cole Beasley like the trailer park looking motherfucker with
yes.
white trash fish?
He's like little red haired, like he was in the Cowboys for a while, and then he looks like he's like 5'4",
like a tiny Chris
160
Jericho.
pounds. Yeah, he definitely.
They called him Weasley Beasley in high school.
He's probably spitting at you every 5 minutes and asking for anal sex from his ladies.
Right, he's like the guy in your high school who like wore a cowboy hat, but you you grew up in like suburban Washington D.C.
That's Cole.
I'm just a little country man. That's all.
He's real gritty.
Very gritty. Lunch pail guy.
Yeah.
Also anti-vax guy. He's not happy that he's got to do something because he's not. Anyways, whatever.
He's eating so many assholes that he's not worried about COVID.
He's also not an electric receiver. He's a slot receiver who's at the tail end of his career. Like
he is good though.
He's very good.
He is good. You want him. Good. He's going to move the sticks a little bit.
He gets so many frustrating receptions against your team.
Yeah, he does. The Euros, that tournament's still going on, of course. Biggest, lots of worldwide attention there. Belgium and the Netherlands continue to cruise. Make sure to check out Portugal versus Germany at noon Eastern on Saturday. That's going to be a big game. Also, nice betting odds if you're trying to get in on that.
Also, check out our Discord. I think Nolan in our Discord's like 12-2 on the Euros.
Nolan is on fire.
I'm 3-0. I just hopped in 2 days ago. I'm 3-0 on the Discord.
How do you do that, Mark?
You go to patreon.com and sign up for Send in the Car. Then you can get in the Discord. You can get in the sports gambling thread if you're in the Send in the Car. And so what is that? 15-2 on Euros in the past 10 days.
And speaking of, you'd make your money back after also getting a free shirt if you sign up for a year-long Send in the Car. So you get that free Tiz tank. You could also then just start gambling with us on soccer, make it straight bet. I mean, it's up to you, but
or don't, whatever. Don't do it. Yeah, you know what? Don't do it on fucking Hard Factor Day then,
Yeah. Well, that'd be a real shame. In the NHL, both semifinal series are tied at 1 game apiece right now as we record. The Lightning are up 1-0 on the Islanders. And in the NBA, the Sixers epically choked. They like did the yawning emoji on Twitter at the Hawks, and then the Hawks came back and beat them by 1. So now the Hawks have a chance to clinch. Also, the Jazz lost. We talked about how they were having troubles. So the Clippers and Hawks both now have a chance to clinch, as well as the Nets, who are about to tip off as we record.
Yeah, Kyrie's out, but Harden's playing. The Sixers gave up a 15-0 run to end that game against the Hawks. They were up by 26 in the third quarter.
Well, so Durant the night before had one of the best NBA performances of all time, and then the Sixers the next night have one of the worst playoff collapses like ever.
It's a wild playoffs, and everyone's getting hurt. Stars are getting hurt. The NBA playoffs are wild.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Nothing. And that last game, some game in the last couple of days, that team from the Mormon place, they were down like 10 points.
Yeah.
Right. So the line was like plus 10 after the game started, Salt Lake City. And I'm like, it's a playoff game. Of course they're gonna be within 10. No. Like what? And then the next night they won. I don't know, guys.
No, well, the crazy thing about the crazy thing about the Clippers Jazz is Game 5. Kawhi Leonard was injured; he's out. So the Jazz were like favored by 10 points going into that game. They were up by 5 at halftime. They lose. Clippers won. Paul George fucking crushed
the game before that, I think, but I lost $60. So
yeah.
I saw the stat. You know what ESPN does the stats like percentage to win during that Sixers Hawks game at the end of the third quarter was like 99.4 percent that the Sixers were going to win.
The Sixers they always had over a 50% chance to win, like even until the last second.
I have a feeling they probably took off live betting.
They probably did. The lines probably
weren't able to bet on the Sixers to win money line probably at live betting because it was just guaranteed, and they blew it.
Minus 10,000 or something.
I mean, they tweeted the yawning emoji at the
like you shouldn't do that when you're
like the game's like halfway over.
When one of your star players can't shoot the ball, you probably shouldn't do that.
The official Hawks Twitter tweeted the yawning.
No, the Sixers. They did like we're up by 30 yawn.
Yeah.
Who's running the fucking Twitter account?
An asshole. Yeah.
Someone that got fired.
I get pissed when politicians are tweeting when they're debating. This is a whole different level.
62-40 at halftime.
Well, all teams do like the pump up tweets while they're playing, but to taunt while the game is still going on like that, like you're definitely going to win. That's
pretty bad. Pretty bad
from the main account. Yeah. Oh, and then also finally in sports, U.S. Open and golf is this weekend. Wes, what's happening? Tell us the latest.
So they were delayed today. They got a late start because of the fog, but of course Koepka's in there. Rahm, the favorite, is like 4 back. There's still some players that haven't completed the round as of this recording. So, but
who you got your eyes on this weekend?
Xander Schauffele. He's finished.
You don't think he's gonna break your heart again?
No, he probably will. I mean, it's fucking golf, but he's definitely due, and he plays very well at U.S. Opens. But so does Koepka, who's right there too. So it'll probably be Koepka.
Wes, fog makes it pretty dangerous for them to golf. Is that what it was?
It makes it hard for people to see the ball when they're out there, so they could potentially get struck in the head.
Glad they took that precaution.
Yeah, like the fans out there wouldn't be able to see the ball, and neither would the players or the spotters. So yeah, it does.
Some of these is this in like East Coast New York? Where is this?
It's California, Torrey Pines.
Oh, so they might finish then. The people that are
they might, yeah. I think it was only delayed like an hour and a half or 2.
Daylight left out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All righty. And number 1 in today's buzz, President Joe Biden signed the bill we've been talking about all week, making Juneteenth a national holiday, like we've been saying.
Nice.
Good news. Nice. Another national holiday in the summertime. In fact, most federal employees are off now on today, June 18th, because it's effective immediately for them.
Pretty
sweet.
Really? Fuck yeah. So it's a Friday off.
That's awesome.
Right. Yeah. Because it's a federal holiday. So you do either the Friday or the Monday if it falls on a weekend. Juneteenth is June 19th. So
that's amazing.
It's an effective immediately situation from the government, man. Like that's
hopefully
a trend.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
I agree.
Boy can dream, can't he?
Hopefully it is a trend, and hopefully they do the MORE Act next for legal weed, please.
Yes.
They probably won't, but They've surprised us before. But somebody's upset. Charlie Kirk. The bill passed Congress with only 14 opposing votes after unanimous consent in the Senate, like we already talked about. And then the signing and remarks by Biden and Harris were status quo, as you would expect. You know, they're like, "Oh, it's a great day."
Why are there
Learn from
14
history.
people voting no on that?
14. I don't know. And
14 racists.
you gotta think like at least a little, at least
I'm not
That's
gonna
the way you
argue.
look.
I'm not going to argue against it. It's just
shade in that direction, right?
Yeah.
That's the way it looks. Yeah.
But yeah, so everybody's pretty excited except for everyone's favorite small face political pundit, Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk,
Oh, look at
I
those
guess
eyes.
is upset. There's another holiday being added, and it's a little bit weird. I got
Got a real picture.
No, it's
no.
his face. That's a meme I made. It's a meme I made of Charlie Kirk saying, "I've always
gonna
said there's
say.
too many holidays." Actually, it's his face has shrunk a little
Holy
bit.
shit.
Did you make that, Will?
I made that. Yeah.
That's really good. Really? I didn't know you made that. That makes me so happy. I was thinking about that meme after you said it. I was walking around. I was like, "Man, that's a fucking awesome meme, man." I wish we made that.
We
did
talked
make it.
about
We
we
could
talked
release
about
it
eyes
anytime.
being eyes being close together on the Patreon Florida Man Friday today.
Yeah.
That's a sign of it.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
shit.
Charlie
Yeah.
Kirk is the number one of that.
His eyes are close together.
Yeah, whatever it's a sign for, he's got it.
That's on
Yeah.
the Twitter, right? They can check the Twitter to see that.
Yeah, we'll post it. We'll post it for sure. But here's what Charlie Kirk's he's been confused. So Juneteenth, he's had a weird relationship with it. And I'm gonna take you through 4 tweets over the last year, and we'll see how he feels about Juneteenth. So here he is on June 19th, 2020, so a year ago. He says, "This is your daily reminder that we wouldn't be celebrating Juneteenth had Republicans not freed the slaves." So bragging about Juneteenth and the
Okay.
Republicans, being the cause. All right, okay. Here he is.
When they were flipped, though, right? When the Republicans were really Democrats. Yeah.
Well, when the Democrats were the Confederacy, yeah. And then so Charlie follows up the next day. He says, "Senate Republicans are introducing legislation to make Juneteenth a federal holiday. Barack Obama and Joe Biden were in the White House for 8 years. Why didn't they ever do it? ? And then thinking emoji." And that was, of course, last year under Trump. It didn't happen. But now this year, let's see what Charlie's saying about the Juneteenth legislation.
This is also last year. Yeah.
Again, last year.
Yeah.
Today is Juneteenth, celebrating the end of slavery in the United States. This was made possible thanks to Republican President Abraham Lincoln. Today, Democrats are fighting to tear down his statue. Okay, so again, sorry, 3 tweets from last year. He's really into Juneteenth. Really into
Why
the
doesn't
fact-
he just leave it at it's Juneteenth? Like let's celebrate it. Why does it always have to?
Yeah. 2 questions, Will.
What's his deal?
First question. Is Senate introduced the bill, right? Not. It's the
Yes.
Yeah, they
Senate.
did it.
The executive branch doesn't introduce bills, right?
Right. No, yeah.
Legislative.
The
Okay.
Congress does. Yeah.
Second question: were people? And this is a real one. Were people going after Abraham Lincoln statues? I don't think they were.
I don't know.
I
The
think there was
Lincoln
like one
Memorial's still
story
there.
where it almost got there. It was
Maybe
getting
it
out
got
of
spray
control.
painted.
It was getting out of
Some other
control,
old
and
man color.
I think there was one story where like one Abraham Lincoln either statue or street got like vandalized or something like that. Like, look again, but why is he? What is he doing? Why is he taking it
I
there?
mean, I doubt he has proof, fellas. But here
Yeah.
he is. This is regardless of his points.
Right.
Here he is this year with all of a sudden a change of heart. So Charlie Kirk on June 17th, 2021 says, "Lincoln knew America's founding was July 4th, 1776. He knew that was the day our amazing nation made a step from ideal to reality. Juneteenth is an affront to the unity of July 4th. We now have 2 summer holidays, and one of them is based on race. Shame on the GOP for supporting this." So
So now he doesn't want it.
now all of a sudden he's
It's
mad.
based
at
on
Juneteenth.
race. No, it's based on
It's
fucking
based on freeing
humanity.
slaves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like emancipation
It's awesome.
of humans.
Yeah.
right?
It's awesome.
Yeah. No, I mean,
that's a
Can you argue against Juneteenth being awesome?
Wes, that's a really good point, man.
Yeah.
That's a great point. It's like it doesn't matter that it sucks that anyone was enslaved. It was black people that were enslaved. That happens to be the case. But yes,
right.
Yeah.
It's a
I'm
really
still-
good. It's a really good thing, and it was long overdue. It's
celebration of
awesome that we
freedom.
have now. We have another national holiday, and it's a good choice to make as a new national holiday. And we didn't have one in June, so what the fuck?
Yeah, no. You wouldn't believe it, but Candace Owens is upset too. So
Oh my god!
Guys, everybody's happy in America, but Charlie Kirk, Candace Owens, and the 14
Why
congressmen.
can't people just be happy?
This
is a good thing.
It's literally an Ebenezer Scrooge take.
Yeah.
Who's pissed
for
off
sure.
that he can't work on Christmas.
Yeah, this is such a curmudgeon take.
It's a racist take. It's you can only see it as a racist take. I mean, it's
right. You're like
I'm
we
not gonna
shouldn't
argue
celebrate
against it.
freeing
I'm
the
not gonna argue against
slaves.
that.
Like
If you call someone racist for being against Juneteenth, it's hard. I'm not going to fucking spend a second of energy trying to argue against it. Like, it seems pretty stupid to me.
Yeah.
it's not-
Also, give it to him, you fucking idiot. Like, shut the fuck up, Charlie Kirk.
I don't get a single reason why anyone would say anything negative about Juneteenth becoming a federal holiday. You're an idiot if you say so.
Well, and also Charlie Kirk himself was cheering on Juneteenth a year ago. I mean, you see that
he just wants to sell books and rile up his base.
Right.
Like,
it's all about politicizing.
He's fucking fake as shit.
Yeah. Our country should not, by any means, acknowledge the fact that we are built on the backs of enslaved people and honor their ancestors.
Oh no, I mean, yeah, Pat, 100%.
In Kirkland, I mean,
right?
Of
course,
you're not gonna change that guy. Look at his face again. You're not gonna change his mind.
Here he is.
Look at him. Don't waste your energy. He's a fake phony.
He is a phony.
Say whatever he wants to sell books.
Definitely a phony. And that's The Buzz, which was brought to you today by our sponsor, Talkspace. When it comes to therapy and psychiatry, getting the help you need has never been so simple. When you're able to access your provider from the comfort of your device, it means therapy can be on your schedule, and alleviating the wait times to get an appointment or the travel time to an office can free up time for the rest of your life. Talkspace is so convenient and accessible. It helps me feel supported around the clock. Really, just anytime you need help or I need help, I just open the app. There it is. Talk to our therapists and message them anytime. Talkspace lets you send and receive unlimited messages with your dedicated therapist in the Talkspace platform 24/7. With Talkspace, you get goals. You set goals with your therapist and they hold you accountable and make sure that you're really progressing. Therapy can help you shift your perspective, find tools to cope in difficult times, and be a guiding light for anybody who needs a little help figuring it all out. It's not only more convenient than traditional therapy, Talkspace is more affordable as well. With a huge network of thousands of therapists, it's totally secure with your data, so totally safe, more affordable. Lots of options for who you can talk to. As a listener of Hard Factor, you'll get $100 off your first month with Talkspace. To match with a licensed therapist today, go to Talkspace.com and make sure to use the code HARDFACTOR to get $100 off your first month. When you're chatting with them and setting up your account, make sure to tell them to use that code HARDFACTOR for $100 off your first month and show support for the show. That's Hard Factor and Talkspace.com.
Nice. All right, guys. Gonna give a little taste of Florida Man here for Florida Man Friday. Again, patreon.com/Hard Factor. We do one of these a week, and you can enjoy 4 or 5 a month, all for $5 a month. I mean, fucking what a deal.
It's Hard Factor Day. Do us a favor.
Yeah, it's Hard Factor Day. Sign up for the year, get a free t-shirt and a month off. Send in the car, pop the clutch. Whatever you
want. Is a good deal. So like right now, the $5 a month is Florida Man, and there's a backlog of 6 months of Florida Man episodes that you would get immediate access to. Then if you do the year-long commitment on either Pop the Clutch or Send in the Car, that's more podcasts plus a free shirt. Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. So guys, when Sharon Finn and Jermaine Jackson took a little stroll back on June 4th, they stumbled upon Pocahontas Park in Vero Beach, Florida. And inside that park was a playground, one with the slide and the swings, the kind for kids. But Sharon and Jermaine may have not had the best vision, because instead of seeing a sign that said playground, adults keep off, they thought it read fuck ground, adults get off. You see, here they are.
They thought it said play on the ground.
Yeah.
Wow. Where are they? Oh, wow.
Yeah. There they are. That's
Is
Sharon and Jermaine.
Behind her or in front of her? I can't really tell.
That's just a picture of them.
Will, what are you seeing? That's
next
a
to the
mugshot
tree
in front of a park.
Isn't that next to the tree?
No, that's just the park they were
at.
That's just the park they were at.
That's a slide.
That's a slide. There's a kid. There's a stroller there.
Other side of the tree.
Yeah. No, it's not them.
Okay.
So after a few pedestrians hoping to push their kids on some swings found the couple half naked, just animalistically fucking each other, they called the cops. And when they arrived, they found Sharon on her back with her jean shorts around her ankles and Jermaine on
shorts.
Yeah, jean shorts. Classic, right? That's a classic Florida class move. Yeah. and Jermaine on top. So the cops broke up the hazy-eyed couple, and Sharon said, "Sorry, officers, we were just making out." But Jermaine was a little more on it, and it is National Picnic Day, and he said, "Officers, I was just eating some pussy." So it was a picnic at the playground.
Having a pussy picnic.
I'm having a pussy
Put down
picnic.
a blanket and everything.
I got it's like he's got his lobster bib on.
Yeah. He's having a picnic.
Yeah.
So officers also found 4 Loco cans and 100 proof Gulf Crest vodka, which is
oh my God, they're having a time.
Oh, these are both staples at any Florida picnic. So yeah. Which is, it's hard to argue with that. Unfortunately, eating some pussy and fucking in public playground for kids is a bit easier to argue with. And both were arrested.
That pussy with 100 proof vodka.
Dude, this brand Gulf Crest, so it's like $16 for a handle. And they make a grain alcohol. I mean, this
is what they use to sterilize you for surgery.
This is the cause of a lot of problems in Florida. So they were arrested, but the officers, I guess, respected the YOLO attitude and the picnic that Jermaine had prepared, because all they were booked on was possession of an open container and booked into Indian River County Jail on $500 bond on an open container charge. That's it.
Honest. I bet usually what happens is when they get caught by the police in these scenarios, they then start fighting with the police people,
right.
In Florida and everywhere else. And so like they probably, if he was like just in a really jovial mood and he's like, I was just eating some pussy, and they're like, he looks so happy though. Like, probably goes a long way, is all I'm saying.
It goes a long way, and they can understand
attitude is at least 80% of the battle in all things.
It is. Once the police arrive, your attitude is 80% of the battle.
Yeah. Sir, I was just eating some pussy.
Yeah.
And,
You've been there, officer.
You're not going to get cuffed.
Right.
I'm sure sometimes you go home after a long hard day and you yourself enjoy a hot plate of pussy.
Little Gulf Crest and pussy.
They might call early on the shift after that.
Pussy? You ever tried it with Gulf Crest? Really sets it off.
Do a commercial.
Oh yeah. Oh, shit.
When I'm eating pussy,
Gulf Crest. And then goes together.
I make sure I have a tall, cool glass of Gulf Crest vodka.
She puts on some jean shorts, and it's a picnic.
Good for them.
Yeah,
as long as there are no kids around. Yeah,
that would be
that's what I said.
A great slogan for Gulf Crest. It's a picnic.
It's a picnic.
We should make that. We got to get some golf. You guys got to get some Golf Crest in your lives.
I'm into making fake ads all day. Always.
Yeah, do they sell it? I'm gonna go look for it now.
Does someone know anyone at Golf Crest? Can you get us we will do their ad.
Yeah. For free.
Golf Crest.
Look at this thing. That is.
I mean, it looks
that's $12 a handle.
Yeah.
Look at that, like fake Russian coat of arms on it. Like there's nothing Russian at all about this thing.
It's they tried to class it up a little bit in the main label, but up top where it says ABC,
yes,
something about that just screams.
It's
jail vodka.
It's a party. That's the kind of vodka you drink like just right in the morning, That's true alcoholic vodka. But they had a great time, totally worth it.
It's kind of vodka you refer to as your coffee.
Yeah, it's next to the toothbrush.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a vodka that normally gets consumed in like big cups. Like not shot glasses, giant
cups of Gulf Crest.
Well, that vodka hasn't seen a non-disposable container in a long time.
Right.
I see the regular size bottle, the 750, not the handle, is $6.69. $6.69, no joke. Ends in a 69.
Nice.
So the handles are probably like, like I said, $13.
Where
I think I saw
a picnic for $6.69.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the kind of stuff you get on patreon.com/hard factor. It's a lot of fun. Florida Man Friday. Check it out. Let's take care of some business, guys. How many subscription services are you paying each month? You don't even know, right? I can look at you. You don't know. So they add up though, and sometimes we don't notice the monthly deductions from our bank accounts. You look at your bank statement one day, and you're like, "Holy shit! I've been paying for that for how long?" So you probably signed up for a bunch of those during the quarantine. You want a free week of this to watch this show, then you forget to cancel it, but now you're paying for a bunch of them and you don't even fucking realize it. This is where Truebill comes in. It's a shame. This is where Truebill comes in, though. 80% of people have subscriptions. They've forgotten about it, and you are probably one of them. So you got to go to Truebill to take control of your finances. and keep track of your bill payments and budgets. It's the smartest way to manage your finances. You can review your current charges in one place. They can even cancel the subscriptions they find that you didn't know you had for you.
What a feature.
Oh, it's amazing. And like I said, I actually did this before they were even a sponsor, and it worked fucking great. Saved me $80 a month right off the bat. And I know Bubba did too. So there's a variety of tools to help customers improve their finances. You can track and evaluate your savings goals. You can automate savings. So if you're not good at, putting money away, if you're shitty with money, they do it for you. And then all of a sudden, one day, something happens, there it is, right there for you. And it's got fraudulent, easy to identify fraudulent activity, just a bunch of great features. It's a great service, bank level security, so you can feel good about your finances. And people think they spend like $80 a month on subscriptions, but it's really closer to 200. And Truebill has saved people more than $50 million. And over 1 million users. So it's a really great service. The average person saves $720 a year with Truebill. I mean, that's like brand new car. You know what I mean?
That's like it's like 100 bottles of Golf Crest.
A lot of Golf Crest.
Like,
yeah. Yep. You can have a lot of picnics.
Crest to shut it down for good.
Yeah. Picnic City.
Yeah, Picnic City. So get started today at truebill.com/factor. Take control of your finances and start saving at truebill.com/factor. That's truebill.com/factor.
All right. I got one more piece of business for you. Let me see. Do you guys see what I have here? What's this? What's this stretchy?
Oh, that's a comfortable
stretchy
looking
pants?
pair of shorts.
What's this?
Right there.
What's this in here?
Oh, that's a nice silky smooth
lining.
liner. Oh,
Yeah, it's a liner.
Yeah,
that's the Teddy Rubskins, and that from Bird Dogs, and they look great and they feel even better. You see, it's built. They got the built-in underwear. I get in the shower, I get out, I towel off, I throw on my Teddy Rubskins, and I'm good to go for at least 24 hours. One item with built-in underwear. I rarely wear a shirt, so sometimes I sleep in it. It's basically just that's my body. It's my body and my Teddy Rubskins all day. Yeah, like they are easily the most comfortable pair of shorts I've ever worn in my entire life. That's no joke. And you don't need underwear anymore with Bird Dogs. They stole Lululemon's designer.
Pretty huge.
How much time do you spend like looking for underwear that's clean? Like I spend too much.
You got to smell all the pairs on the floor.
Yeah, it's the worst.
You find one, the winner, really.
Process.
Yeah. Not anymore.
The lucky pair that gets your junk.
Not with Bird Dogs. They stole Lululemon's designer, and now they're just doing it better. If you're not wearing Bird Dogs this summer, then what the fuck are you doing? Every dude needs a pair of Bird Dogs. And did Bird Dogs do it again? Or did Bird Dogs do it again? Go to birddogs.com, enter promo code FACTOR, and they'll throw in a free Bird Dogs whistle football that you can throw a goddamn country mile. You remember those Nerf Vortex Howler footballs that whistle when you throw them? Yeah, that's it. But Bird Dogs threw their logo on it. It's genius. That's birddogs.com, promo code FACTOR, and boom, a free Bird Dogs whistle ball with your pair of Bird Dogs. You will not take these things off, I promise you. And now it's time for the TikTok International Moment. And I would like to say that we would like to remind you, we do this because we're trying to go viral on TikTok and get in a bunch of new listeners through TikTok. They'll probably be foreign and underage. And one thing we do during this TikTok International Moment is if there's any story about China or something like that, we're nice to China during this segment because TikTok is a Chinese app, and they every time we talk shit about China and we put it up on TikTok, they delete it. Yes. So if there is one story in here and I'm, saying some nice things about China or maybe negative things about something that just keep that in mind. Here we go. Osama Bin Laden's niece appeared at a protest during the meeting between U.S. President Joe Biden and Russian President Vladimir Putin in Geneva, Switzerland on Wednesday. And she was holding up a sign that said, "Trump won." There it is. 34-year-old Noor Bin Laden has been a Trump supporter for a while and is not a Biden fan, but she says that has nothing to do with him being the vice president of the U.S. when Barack Obama sent over an elite team of super soldiers to skull fuck her favorite uncle to death in front of his horse. She went on to say, "Why does everyone in America hate me? They treat me like I'm Anastasia Stalin, that bitch." She went on to say, no, found it. She went on to say, "Why does everyone in America hate me? They treat me like I'm Gertrude Hitler, that bitch."
Gertrude
Hitler's granddaughter.
Yeah. All right. Let's head over to Hong Kong, which is totally a part of China and always has been.
Them in Taiwan.
Yeah, definitely part of it.
You take that with a straight face.
Hold on, wait. Before you take this with a straight face, does she really not understand why people don't like the Bin Ladens?
Yeah, no, she's like butting her head in the U.S. politics and shit.
Okay.
Like, she's just
Weird.
a psycho. Yeah, if I was her, I'd sit a few plays out in American politics. But
I want to find a new venue there, babe.
Yeah. Anyways, let's head over to Hong Kong, which is totally a part of China and always has been. And the Hong Kong. By the way, the Hong Kong police, while we're going there, they're really stupid. It's anti-drug month, and they are using YOLO as their main slogan for anti-drugs. There you go. There's a picture of them. YOLO. They're trying to say you only live once, so don't OD on drugs and die. But YOLO is literally the international mantra for doing drugs and having fun while you're young.
Yes.
So it's firing. Obviously, it's also important to note, and it's not helping them at all, that it says on their website, if you want to find out what ketamine, cannabis, ice, or cocaine smells like, you should come and visit the truck. And the truck is a virtual reality promotional truck that's driving around the city, blasting YOLO on a ticker, and apparently is loaded with drugs, or an incredibly close representation of the best party drugs on earth. It's a come do drugs truck. So it's not going well.
About drugs to do truck.
It's not going well, and there's not really a punchline to this. The Hong Kong police took care of this story for me.
What I'm shocked they used the L. You know
Wes. What's up, Pat?
What did Wes say?
Nothing. You have to catch it. You have to catch it on the replay.
What is the truck actually?
It's just like a truck, but it has like a virtual reality game in it or something. I guess you can like play drugs.
Being high.
Like a drug.
Hangover.
It's like the beer goggles, maybe, but like I don't know. It's a really poorly run anti-drug program.
Terrible choice.
Cocaine. You can go like they'll just.
Yeah. Do you guys want to virtually reality get high on cocaine? YOLO. Yeah, it's not working out for them. Turns out the United States is not the only country with assholes that put on extravagant and reckless gender reveal parties. In Canada, a couple thought it was a good idea to set off an explosive device as the mechanism for the gender reveal. The thing is, they were in an open field, and the explosion caused a fire that burnt down an acre of earth. Here's a picture of the explosion, and it just started a forest fire.
That's a lot of dry grass right around their explosion.
Very dry grass. That went up right away.
YOLO.
Alberta firefighters had to put the fire out in front of the embarrassed couple and their loved ones. The couple was fined $500 and asked to apologize, which has led to a several-day standoff in the Alberta courthouse. Where it's, we're sorry for causing the fire, Judge, and I'm sorry for making you say sorry, and we're sorry you had to say sorry for making us say sorry. Judge, if I may interject, I'd like to say sorry for taking down these notes so loudly, and I'd like to say sorry you have to use the old typewriter. Sorry. Eric, you can put like judge hats on me and that or whatever.
You were the stenographer, the attorneys.
There's a stenographer.
Yeah.
They're just in there apologizing to each other.
Everybody apologizing.
Yeah. That's the TikTok international moment.
That was great, Mark.
Thanks.
Okay, voicemails and review time. If you're new to the show, here's the deal. Apple Podcasts, right? It's how most people consume podcasts. It's our biggest volume, I guess you call it, distribution place.
Until the app update.
Until the app update sucks, by the way. It fucking sucks. So get on that shitty ass app and give a 5-star review, because when we get 5-star reviews, it will eventually one day help with what's called editorial support, where you get featured on some sort of fucking list, which you never have been. And honestly, right now we're 4.8 stars, and I don't like that because we're about to run an ad campaign. Okay. And I'd like to say the longest running daily news podcast with 5 stars. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'd like to at least have part of it be true. Okay. So help us out there.
Yeah.
Get on if you're an Apple Podcast, do us a favor right now.
You said we're 4.5 stars right now?
4.8.
Oh, 4.8. Yes.
Yeah.
It rounds up though. If you look in the app, it says 5.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's get a screenshot of that.
Well, let's bump it up even more. Let's
just pump it up.
4.9. Let's just keep moving.
Yeah.
Plus, we're at 3.9 thousand total reviews. We need to hit that 4K. It's just going to give us so much more clout. So
It would be
please
great.
keep on.
And the first review
We're
is
gonna go on a picnic. If
we're
you know
gonna
what
go
I mean.
picnic.
Golf crest.
Hey, honey, you might want to take a shower. I'm thinking about taking you on a picnic later. But the ad campaign that we're going to do is going to involve the title of our first review, probably, if we ever settle on what our new slogan is going to be. Here we go. This is from Jake's Pitisi. God damn it, it's too far away from me.
Everybody has a weird name on Apple.
I know, but if I was Jake, I'd want people to read my real name here, you know, and it's just like it's too small, so I can't read it.
Jake's Pitsai.
Jake's Pitsai. Okay, this is from Jake's Pitsai, titled Cheat on the News, 5 stars. Favorite pod?
Whoa.
Not my favorite news pod, just my favorite pod, period. We'll take it. I like that.
Wow.
My favorite person on Zero Block 30 is Kate. Shout out my baby mama. And my favorite person on Hard Factors, Pat. All right, well, you should come have dinner with us sometime. Didn't put things together that y'all were together till y'all went down to the Sausage Castle and we're both talking about it. Yep. That was a time.
That was a giveaway.
I can't wait to tell our son that he went to the Sausage Castle too. The thought of Pat taking off his shoes to stand on the couch, which is something I did, as if that is where you draw the line of cleanliness and good manners to get a better angle of a bunch of dudes lining up to get their Veterans Day blowjobs makes me laugh.
That does.
Well, I did that.
Funny.
I needed to get the shot, and I felt rude
You're a
standing on the couch with my shoes on. Then I watched. That was the day when you're filming and you realize, like, I became a pornographer today, and I didn't even mean to.
We need to bring the guy that we film. It's like chest up. You don't see any dick or.
I
anything.
was seeing dick in the edit.
Yes,
you don't,
but in the edit, like the guy's face when he goes.
When I caught some guy orgasming, and then.
In the background, Gary Busey's nephew or whatever, the guy who runs it, he's going like, oh no, he ain't shy anymore. And then the guy just goes, oh face.
The MC was my favorite part of that whole
They were all veterans, obviously. So like the joke they kept running is like, better watch out. Last year we had a little friendly fire.
Oh no. You getting hit with some spray.
Spray. But if you haven't seen this video, check it out. I think it's on the Barstool site when Kate.
Oh, my bad, bro. It's an accidental discharge.
But
his face is a meme to me, like just the 3 seconds of him. It's just so good.
Well, so we put up like signs saying you're being filmed and stuff, but we had to get the release. So afterwards, I'm like smoking a cigarette, and he comes out to smoke a different kind of cigarette, a post-coital cigarette.
Yeah.
And I have to get I'm like, hey man, I'm not gonna tell him like, hey, I got your O face. I was tight on your face as you were jizzing on Jenny Jizz's face. But I was like, can you sign this? Would you mind signing this release? And that was the first person that I'd filmed getting a blowjob. Like, luckily, I'd gotten releases from people earlier in the night who went on to get blowjobs.
Right.
But this is the first post, and he was like, "Hell yeah, man! You got any questions for me?"
He was in a good mood.
Yeah, right at the right time. Yeah.
Like, I actually heard about this today on the radio, and I just drove out.
So yeah, you could have asked him anything, and he would have given it to you.
Good time
for a loan.
Jenny just
want my truck.
Jenny just texts us all the time asking how the baby is. All right, next one. This is from Boo Fine Dubs. Just doing my part. Here's to 5K. Read this, or I'll leave a 1-star review. HAGFD. You don't have to because I read it. So.
Isn't it Boof and Dubs? Is he like
Boof and Dubs?
Boof and Dubs. Yeah.
Boof and Dubs. Yeah.
All right, next one.
Yeah.
Wesley the Wise, and this is from Minkus in Arkansas. I love all you guys. You guys have a great friend dynamic. My favorite moments are when Mark cracked up and when Wes breaks his silence to drop some gold. He picks his punches and always seems to have the right thing to say at the right moment. HAGFD.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I like getting cracked up too. It's fun.
Yeah. It's always good.
All right, next one, guys, is from Rich VA10 Nova Reppin'. Love the podcast, and that y'all rep Nova hard. That's Northern Virginia, where we're all from. God, I can't stand President Houseplant and his puppet master Kamala. Thanks for all the laugh.
My man, Rich
Houseplant.
All right, guys.
You guys know who that is? Rich Nova Reppin', Rich VA.
No.
Okay.
Do you?
No, no idea.
Yeah.
You're saying like is he a buddy of ours? Is it,
I was asking.
Yeah.
Northern Virginia is a pretty big area.
Yeah, I know.
How many riches do you know, Will, from Nova?
A few.
Yeah. We'll check. We'll cross-reference that. Guys, next one's from Trabshire. What a treat. I didn't believe it until I thought about these guys long enough, and then I made my vinegar strokes. What a treat.
It works.
Oh.
Nice.
YOLO.
That's about that is about YOLOing. That's a callback to Wes's story about coming with your mind. So.
Yeah, and then he has a catchphrase when he pops, which is what a treat. It's a
Says it to
mantra of his.
himself, not the. Anyway, all right. Next one is Dylan F. Baby. Heckin' yes, boys. Hey, boys. Starting off, would you rather be twice as good looking or twice as smart? Secondly, Wes, have you thought about writing a dope mixtape with all that with all that comedic timing you demonstrate? I think it could translate to some. Let's see if this got cut off. I don't think it did. I think that was the full one, but
It said fire.
Distracted.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, would you guys rather be twice as good looking or twice as smart?
It's easy. It's so easy.
Yeah, it is easy. It's smart, right?
No, it's twice as good looking and half as smart because pretty dumb people. It's just the easiest life.
You would take away from your smarts.
Just being so dumb and so pretty.
Why? But if you were twice as smart, then you'd be doing.
Then you'd be more. Then you'd be more worried. You'd be twice as worried and twice as mad at the pretty dumb people.
You'd just be twice as successful.
No, you'd be twice as successful if you were twice as good looking.
It would be like constantly being too high. I bet.
Yeah, Mark changed my mind. I'm going good looking now. He's right.
It's good looking and dumb is the best life.
Yeah.
Pat, what do you got?
Same, man. I would spend most of my day just feeling my abs.
Yeah.
All right.
So what do I have to do today? Tan?
Most
It's not
people
like I'm reading a book.
I'm sticking with the smart. I think that's I think that's the long play. That's
it's stupid because every time that someone wants you to do something that you don't want to do, all you have to do is say, "Would you do it for me?" And they'll do it for you.
Exactly. And also,
fuck dummies all
do you
day.
really want me to do that?
Yeah, me.
I'm
I mean,
dumb.
you guys make a compelling argument. I'm sticking with the smart stuff.
Okay. All right, guys, let's get to voicemails. 512-270-1480. That's the number, right? Did I get that right?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
So here's the deal. You can call that number. You can leave a voicemail. We prefer questions, okay? Things that spur conversation. But every Friday, we read the reviews, as we just did, and then we play the voicemails. So let's get into it, guys. Let's play the first voicemail here, and we're off.
What's up, boys? This is Kalen from Maine calling in. I got a question for all y'all. That's something we used to have really long debates about. How many house cats do you think you could beat in a fight? Some of the basic assumptions we're making is you're wearing t-shirt and shorts, you got no shoes on, no weapons, and the house cats are just mauling you. How many house cats do you think you can beat in a fight? Very curious what your answer is. Doing a great job, and I've been listening for a long time. I'm going to keep listening. Have a great fucking day.
What a great question. What a great question. Fantastic question. So
this is all at once, too. This is not them coming at you one at a time. This is how many all at once attacking you.
Right.
0.
What's the number before?
0. I would never take on a cat. I would never fight a cat.
But how many, if you had to?
Well, but these cats are going to Mark. In this
trying to kill you.
situation, it's either you die or you kill the cats. So
Look, I would then I get killed by the cats. It's like, I make this decision. I say no.
Oh.
No.
I'd say
No,
I could maybe kill about 9 cats. Double-digit cats. I think
more
they'd
than
kill
9.
me.
More than 9.
Guys,
they'd kill me.
It
But
wasn't necessarily the question. It wasn't how many cats you're going to kill.
no, it is the question.
It is.
'Cause let me tell you this: if there's cats swarming you, the only way you're getting out of it is by snapping their necks as quickly as you can.
See, that's why I didn't like. So I don't like this question.
You're not gonna. There's no because cats are crazy. They're not gonna stop, and they're just gonna keep coming at you. So the only way to deal with these cats is to one by one, neck. I think I can go through like 9.
You concentrate on one at a time. Yeah.
They might stop when they see that I'm not fighting them. That's my theory.
You might bleed out though if there's too many of them.
Right.
They could bleed you out.
It's a race against how cut up you're going.
Right.
It's also if they get you in the eye or the neck. If they get your eyes and you're blinded, then you're in big time trouble.
Imagine a cat paw through the nuts. That
you're down. You're down.
I think I could get 10. I think I could get 10.
I think 10
double
too.
digits.
So you're saying if 11 if an 11th jumped on, you're done.
You also
at the same time, they're all
you
over
also
you.
have to like say how big. What's a 15-pound cat? Like
right, small cats are easier.
You have to talk about the weight of the cat. So
if it's 10, 20-pound cats, you're done.
If it's 10, 20-pound cats, you're fucking dead.
You're done. You're done.
Like the cat, your cat, Will, and my biggest cat. If there's 10 of those size cats, you're absolutely. He's a handful. The one, if he jumps on you, it hurts really badly, and he's strong.
And they have big ass claws.
But the 10-pound cat,
hey, just kicking them all day.
Yeah,
I'd say it's really, a mixed bag, probably.
It's about like how much cat takes up, how much one cat takes up how much surface area of your arm or leg, because it's like it's really what's gonna be, because you're gonna be flinging your arms and your legs trying to get the cats off you, and once they've totally taken up all the surface area of your
and they get your neck
extremities, then you're done.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't even be trying to get them off me. I'd literally just be going for
we got
one kill to the next.
Yeah,
I think it's the only way you could
really fall on them
actively.
Too.
Yeah,
boom.
Right.
Definitely.
Horrible question.
Elbow drops.
Boom.
I'm gonna assume he meant like
1,
different animal.
2.
Cat-sized animal is what I heard.
Okay.
Why are you going close up on me?
I wasn't gonna do it.
That's fucked up.
Get the emotion.
Yeah.
All right. Next voicemail.
What it is, boys. This is Josh from upstate New York, aka Black Ops. Just giving a big shout out to my hard factor boys and a big fat boy summer. Loving everybody. Keep doing what you're doing, boys. Don't miss a beat. Don't miss you guys. Every morning I hit yous up. I got you, I pulled the trigger or sent in the car. So if you want to give me a send in the car, I'd appreciate it. Other than that, keep doing your thing, boys. Love the interviews. Love the Grady Judd. Love it all.
Send in the car. Send in the car.
Josh is a member of the second place team in trivia. My team.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. He also
missed my team.
Black Ops love to call into the stereo shows. We're looking at getting a replacement for that, so stay tuned.
Ooh.
Yeah. Thanks for sending in the car, Black Ops. That's our top tier on Patreon. And he sent in that car. And if you send in the car, is it this month you send in the car? For the year? If you send in the car for the year.
Well, we have until we get rid of the promotion. Anytime you, and if you do monthly right now, you can upgrade to yearly. It's not like, it's just if you aren't a member at all and you get the yearly, or if you are a monthly member and you switch to yearly in the top 2 tiers only, not Florida Man Friday, which is $5, and the Pop the Clutch, which is 10, or the Send the Card, which is 20, you already get 1 free month. So $10 off a year, 110 for 12 months. You pay for 11 if you do the year, and same thing, you get $20 off the Send in the Car. You already get that. That's permanently forever. But now we're offering a free T-shirt to those people that do it as well.
And you get discounts when you join.
Yeah.
So might want to get your Tiz. Tiz is kind of the perfect companion for the summer, for Fat Boy Summer. So
that's like $30 value. I mean, that's like
I ordered a couple Tiz
shirts. 2.5 months free. Yeah.
I ordered a couple Tiz shirts that are a couple sizes too big, and I've never been more excited about that decision.
Something to work towards.
Yeah, you don't want to be feeling constrained in a Tiz.
Breathable Tiz. Yeah.
All right. Next voicemail.
Hey fellas, it's your guy Paul Fart here, calling from Wisconsin. Sorry if I sound a little choked up from the last episode there with Pat. You really got to me on that one. I'm real sorry about the edits, and I would say I don't know who this Reagan from Utah was, but he sounds like a pretty cool guy if he's anything like me. So really, I've been drinking a lot since Pat really hurt me on that last one. So I was just wondering, missed a lot of days of work due to some hangovers. And hey, what's your favorite hangover cure coming up on the summer, 4th of July, everything like that? Give me some good hangover cures, boys. And hey, even Pat, have a great fucking day.
Nice. You see, extended the olive branch.
Yeah. I appreciate that. You notice how he apologized for Will not editing, or was it Wes that wasn't editing?
That was me. It was Will.
What a sweet guy apologizing for someone else. It's not your fault, Paul. It's not your fault. You won my heart. I like that voicemail a lot. Sorry I sent you to drinking, but I had a feeling you might be doing that anyway.
Yeah. He was. He says he's missed a lot of work with his
Well,
hangovers. So.
I'll tell you what he's drinking is 2.7% beers in Utah.
Yeah. Not Golf Crest. No picnics there.
If you do have a big bottle of Gulf Crest, though,
You can sell that for $1,000 in Utah.
Yeah, you're gonna be hungover, and I think that when you're hungover, the best thing is to keep going slowly if you can, but stop eventually because that'll wean you off. But if you need to be up and going, you can't taper off. I'd say McDonald's breakfast and Sprite and water and Advil, and most importantly, weed. So
there you go. Yeah, I think Will nailed the. I mean, you kind of have to hair the dog it, and he brought up a good point. Like, don't go super hard because then you'll just extend it to the next day. But if you hair the dog it and then drink more water throughout the day while you're drinking, you probably will have lesser of a hangover.
It's an important distinction. Hair the dog and then keeping the train rolling, while similar, are very different. Yes.
And you can keep the train rolling, but you're eventually going to have a hangover. I think there is no cure for a hangover besides the alcohol, because once it's there, it's there. So what I like to do is drink water before and then take Advil at the end of the night. And if I wake up in the middle of the night to pee, take Advil and then go back to bed for 5 hours. And then usually that helps. So I would say preemptively take Advil.
Yes.
Have you guys ever? Well, first, do you guys remember when you first realized that beer in Oklahoma and Utah isn't as strong as regular beer?
That's what I said. That's why I made the two.
That's what I was saying. Do you remember when you realized that?
3-2 beer?
Yeah.
2-3. What is it? Yeah.
Because it's always like mid beer, or you're 6 beers in, you're like, I feel fine.
Oh no, when you go to a restaurant in Utah and then you look at the menu, you're like, why is everything such low percentages?
Right.
And then you
that's how you know you have an alcohol problem when you're looking at the percentage of the beer on a menu. Will.
No, it's
like if you go to a wine bar.
No, you have an alcohol problem is when you cross Utah off your list because they don't have strong enough beer.
Yeah, it's
never
true. Skiing, I'm out.
Yeah.
Well, Utah's fighting. Nevada split off.
Can't go there.
They were too squeaky clean for them. So now we have lots of Gulf Crest over in Nevada. And
what about this? Have any of you guys tried those hangover cures? Like the ones they started advertising, like MIT scientists.
Those are expensive. So I mean, you can try them, but
one of those that really does work though, prickly pear. If you drink prickly pear
extract
juice, like the night before.
It's not prickly pear juice though. It's literally like prickly pear extract that costs like $20 for this bottle. This size.
But it keeps you hydrated even while you're drinking. Yeah.
Pickle juice. So you need to be hydrated and you need time. If you wake up with a hangover, you're fucked. It's too late.
You know what used to work for me? I don't know if it was just mentally, but I started taking B complex. Super B complex before I went to bed, and drinking a ton of water, and I also did the take the Advil at night.
It's always that's the move. It's right before bed is the move. Once you get the hangover,
B complex was I found that it definitely alleviated. It didn't cure it, but it definitely made it less.
You need to get it before bed or your first pee in the middle of the night.
My theory has always been, what can you do to your body? So I take a shit, take a piss, take a shower where you sweat, masturbate, and then take an Adderall. That's because I'm never a hair of the dog guy. I shut it down. I'm a one-night party guy, and then I suffer through Saturday. You know that.
Yes.
So, all right. Next voicemail, guys.
Hey, this is Connor again. I tried Wes's McDonald's order today. Double quarter pounder with cheese, 10-piece McNugget and sweet and sour sauce, and it sucked. Just wanted to put that out there, Wes. You might want to try something new. Later.
Oh shit!
Damn. Oh. Let me ask you a question. Do you think I give a fuck what your taste buds think about the thing that I love? No.
Oh, wow, we gotta go out of it.
No. It's a fantastic order. I don't know what else to say to that.
It's like he insulted your child in front of your face. Is what he did.
I'd like to see what that fucking idiot is ordering. Fillet of fish, probably.
I like how he tried it too. He gave it a shot.
he was nervous about it. Yeah. He wasn't sure.
Yeah,
he got it down.
How could that possibly be bad?
Sauce. He got the same sauce.
How could that possibly be bad?
Connor's giving Wes's head all week, dude.
Connor's the man.
No, I'm not changing a goddamn thing because of Connor.
Connor, Wes says that, but I bet
I'm gonna go get it tonight. Actually, you know what happened, Connor?
The same meal next time he goes.
Here's what happened. Here's what just happened with Connor. Connor
Big
got me.
Mac.
I'm going to McDonald's right after the show, thanks to Connor. Actually, I appreciate the call, Connor.
To get a Big Mac, probably.
No, I'm getting that 10-piece and double quarter pounder now.
What
a
you
lot
think
of
now?
it's a lot of meat to everything else ratio on that double quarter pounder. It's a
delicious.
lot of meat in that.
Tell me what you order, Connor. I'd like to hear it.
You know, he's a Big Mac guy.
The BTS guy, I bet.
Big Mac's all like, I feel like Big Mac is like 90% of people at McDonald's.
I always just order double cheeseburgers and McChickens. That's it.
Double cheeseburgers are delicious.
Do you feel like the double cheeseburgers and McChickens are like a lower quality meat though, or just less meat?
I mean,
No,
You worried
I
about
think
that when
less
you're at
meat.
McDonald's?
I think just
All the
less
same
meat.
meat.
Yeah.
I don't know. I yeah, it's a mental thing.
Yeah.
No.
Like
See, like you got to get that. See, here's the problem, Pat. When you're going to McDonald's, you got to get that elitist attitude out because you're going to McDonald's. So
Yes.
Yeah, but okay. What I'm getting
some of
at,
these items are a little bit too for me. No, it's you're at McDonald's. You're a piece of shit. Get whatever you like.
I can't wait to go to McDonald's.
I mean, you're already degrading yourself to the
I'm
lowest.
So riled up.
all right, next.
What up, guys? Low Life Louie here. Just listened to the pod today on Thursday the 17th. I'm excited for this Pigs in the Blanket contest or Power Hour or whatever you guys are going to be doing. However, Mark, you suggested eating just the hot dogs without buns. Are you crazy? That threw me off. Really funny either way. And Tiz, fucking hilarious. Hope you guys don't get hit with a copyright infringement suit. Also wanted to follow up with a question. What is the most awkward memory that you guys have? Hopefully you guys are open to talking about it. But yeah, thanks so much. Have a great fucking day and have a good weekend, guys.
Louis, I don't know why
Memory.
you even said that. Like, why would we get hit with a copyright infringement suit?
Right. I mean, there's not
even worth saying.
Crossover, so
Because it's totally.
it's a unique. Tiz is a unique.
Did you guys
individual.
see the videos of people like sucking down hot dogs without buns that got sent out today?
Yeah.
No.
Dude, it's like a thing.
Yeah,
there's
they're
like a lot of
wild.
people who
They're
fucking eat
wild.
hot dogs
Yeah.
like whole.
Yeah, people
like,
just
shove
suck them
straight
down
in.
like multiples. Like,
Yeah, but it's fucking gross. Like, there's no
No.
way we could do
I
it.
changed my mind. I don't want to. I don't want to do
No,
it.
you die.
After those videos, I don't want to do it. I don't want to see them. I don't know. I think we've talked about our most awkward moments. We've had, pretty privileged lives.
I've got a new one.
I fell down the stairs and bit my lip off. It's probably the most awkward thing that's happened to me. I woke up and I had to be told that, but not a ton of awkward moments, luckily.
Well, I made you throw up that night and kept a piece of your lip.
Yeah, I know, but we talked about it. I'm just saying, like, that's a bad one for sure. That was really bad. But I can't think of.
Can't be awkward in front of your bros. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, everybody got a new one. I got a new one for tonight.
Go for it.
Go for it.
So one of the I just generally was extremely awkward with the opposite sex as a child before getting laid. And I remember one time I was in a church like youth group situation talking to a girl who I thought was cute at the time. I was like late middle school, early high school. And I was so nervous that I literally I had a new watch. And so I just stared at the watch for the entire like 2 to 3 minute conversation, to the point where she then started mocking me and making fun of me in front of my face because I couldn't like look at her because I thought she was cute. And then yeah, just ruined it.
You did the extended version of from Superbad when he asks her what time it is when he's following her.
Yeah.
McLovin, and she turns around and she's like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "It's 3:15."
Yes, exactly. Except I was just like,
told her what
I
time it
was
was.
frozen. I was frozen, just staring at it, like, oh yeah, well, I don't know what I think about. And then,
That sucks.
I got one that you guys probably haven't heard yet. So back in the day, I was like living at home. I was going to it was like going to community college, and my parents were doing this like bowling league, right? Just like they were like, we're gonna do something as a hobby, so they went to this bowling league
where we can also smoke.
Yeah, we can also smoke inside, and my mom can pound beers and all that good stuff. Bowling league's awesome. So anyway, so there's like this mother and daughter that were randomly on their bowling team. And my mom was like, hey, there's this girl on our bowling team and she's really cute. I think maybe we should set you up on a date. And I'm like, Dad, look at my dad. And he's like, this is like, he's like, I don't really remember, what she looks like, but that's probably a bad thing, And so, so they set me up on this date. This is after the bowling league had ended for like a couple weeks, and he knew what the fuck he was doing, and so they set me up with this blind date. I go pick up this girl, and she's a very sweet girl, but not my type is the nice way to put it. And
she was rolling with the 18-pound ball.
Mm-hmm. And I spent the whole well, no, she was rolling with she's Tiz and her would have gotten.
She could throw the ball faster than you down the lane.
So I had to spend like I took her out to dinner. I was a gentleman, but then at the end of the night, I was just like, I took her to Fudge's house and like got like drunk and dropped her off. And then the next like month, her and her mom both ended up being in one of my community classes at the community college when I was there. And it was awful because it was awkward.
That's awkward.
You take a class with both of them.
Yeah, both her and her mom took the class. It was like some like creative writing class.
Did you say hi to him or no?
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
I feel like that's taking swimming lessons in the 9th grade was pretty awkward. Because my mom forced me to because she thought I couldn't swim.
Oh yeah, you were older.
One thing that came to mind recently. So I was at a party. I met this guy named Dean, who I thought was a pretty cool dude, and he was in a band that was like pretty legit. Like we got to talking, and he'd mentioned that he toured Europe, which is usually like a milestone that you're a legit band, right? And he told me his band's name was Pompeii. I'm like, oh, that's cool, man. So I don't really listen to it. I think it's indie rock. Maybe I listen to one song. But I had Sirius XM radio at the time, and I still to this day, you guys know I'm a dyslexic. I can't figure out like if I don't know the artist or the song that pops up on Sirius XM radio, I never can tell which is first, the artist or the song. So that band Bastille put out that song Pompeii. And I kept thinking, oh, that's this band Pompeii putting out a song called Bastille. So I kept taking a picture of my Sirius XM screen and texting him, being like, sick, man, because like they're playing you on the radio. And I did it like 3 times.
Oh no.
Yeah. He never talked to me again.
Yeah.
What is
he probably thought I was mocking him.
Right. And he probably, I don't know. He probably was like, oh shit.
There are definitely some scenarios in college where like I got someone's name wrong after meeting them like 15 times. I'm like, what do you want from me? I'm so sorry. Yeah.
All right. Next voicemail. We tried.
What is up, boys? Trash Panda down here in Houston, Texas. I really never call to ask questions. I just call to point shit out and try to piss Pat off. So here we go. As you were talking about Henry Ford and the assembly line, he's saying the anti-Semite. I drove by an early 1970s Mustang. So if he's an anti-Semite, his family at least made a badass muscle car. Second, at the beginning of the Girl Scout cookie story, his dyslexic ass, holy shit, said inventory, so go back to elementary school and learn your phonics and spelling. And then, to top off, he's talking about promoting buying Girl Scout cookies, even though they are farmed by little Indonesian kids. At least they were only working 12 hours, not 24 hours. But won't buy a blood diamond. Explain that to me, if you wouldn't mind. Don't get me wrong, I'd love me some Girl Scout cookies. 10 minutes in the freezer, all good, but I'm a peanut butter cookie man, personally. But also buy a blood diamond, so whatever. Fuck it. I'm out.
Trash Panda coming at you.
All right.
Got some responses.
Let's address it one by one.
Okay.
He had no idea you were doing the voicemails today.
Yeah, sorry. So here's the deal. The chairman of Ford Motor Company from 1960 to 1979, so made that Mustang that you were talking about, is the grandson of Henry Ford, Henry Ford II, and in 1973 and in 1974, when it became the American car market would begin to favor smaller, more fuel-efficient cars. Ford's then president was interested in putting powertrains from Hondas into Fords. I didn't know this. Pretty interesting. As a way to minimize the cost of developing small Ford cars in the North American market. So just like the Ford Fiesta, right? And Henry Ford II came in and said, no car with my name on the hood is going to have a Jap engine inside, which subsequently got him awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom. So different guy, though, but fun facts about Henry Ford, too.
Interesting. Well, you know, you make the Model T, you tend to get away with shit.
That's true.
Dodge Ram Lover, if you're listening, you should definitely lean into the Henry Ford and Hitler were buddies.
Yeah, it's a good call.
Yeah.
Shut him down.
Dodge
Ram Lover 69. If you're not following him, do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm dyslexic. Sorry about that. And what do you, dude? Be fucking cool. I don't want to buy any diamond right now. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing, dude.
Yeah. Stop
Shut up.
Stop saying diamond.
Shut up. Jesus. I thought we were cool, man.
You switch it to blood clot in the edit.
I'm kidding. All right. Next one, guys.
What's up, fellas? This is Scott Michael from Ann Arbor, Michigan, sort of near where the property line dispute was with the wall of shit. Anyway, I was curious to see who you guys think is going to win the Power Hour on Saturday. I think, personally, it's kind of up in the air. I think Will's probably the favorite. I think Wes is my dark horse, though. And I think it's pretty safe to say that Pat is not going to win. Prove me wrong, Pat. Anyway, have a great fucking day.
Yeah, I mean,
is that safe to say?
Well, eating contest, Pat, I would say, how many have you won? And how many
have you won?
A couple. But
yeah, how many have you won?
How many have you entered and how many have you come away victorious with?
I've never entered an eating contest.
Amongst your friends, like a
no
dare.
new territory for me.
You've never done like a dare with your friends.
You guys paid me $90 that one time to drink that shot of Flatliner hot sauce.
Yeah, that doesn't really count.
That's different.
Like I'm not. It's not that counts. That was awesome. But I'm saying, saying.
I mean, you took the shot. That was funny.
Like putting a bunch of food in
threw
your
up a bunch of times in the parking lot. That was hilarious.
I mean, it's either Will or I. And I don't know. I'm not really mentally taking it very seriously, but
I'm gonna be more
switch Wes and Mark, and you had it dead on.
Yeah, Mark is gonna destroy me, and will.
I'm a very good eater. Yeah,
I would say Mark is probably the people are gonna put me as the favorite because of the size situation, but I'd say that Mark definitely has a shot to beat me.
I've always been a good eater, no matter what weight I am. It comes easy to me to eat an extremely large amount of food, chug an extremely large amount of beer. My stomach can handle pretty much anything.
We'll see. I mean, mini dogs. Yeah, it's a new territory, so it could be anybody's game.
It's true. Let me float something out there.
Interesting.
I've been thinking about how do we incentivize it. Well, what about if you bow out? When you bow out, you have to do 25 jumping jacks immediately.
Oh, dude.
No.
I immediately.
So nobody bows
No one's gonna bow out.
Pukes.
You gotta have something to incentivize you to not bow out.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think we need something to make us.
I was gonna say
right now, I just don't want to gain any more weight, so I'm trying to bow out.
I was gonna say someone has to eat a foot long, no bun, one bite. But you're not gonna want to put more food in your mouth.
No, yeah, it's got to be physical. I like the jumping jacks. I like 25 jumping jacks in the first minute that you bow out. But I don't know. What I'm going to do is work out really hard right beforehand. Try to empty the tank. And then that way.
Yeah. I might take some fucking laxatives tonight. Really empty the tank.
But Pat,
Okay.
I do like that. I
think we do. We need an incentive. So think about it. Okay. Next one.
What's up, fellas? It's Big Ounce. Want to talk about that picture of Macron and Biden at G7. Thought about popping up on the screen for me. So fuck France is basically what this whole voicemail is going to be about. Biden's so weak he lets fucking Macron, the dude who married his school teacher, got bitch slapped by his own countrymen and surrendered probably in a couple wars, put his fingers right in his face. Fuck France. Say what you will about Trump, but he would have stood up, said fuck you. We saved your ass in 2 world wars, cleaned up your mess in Vietnam, and get your fucking filthy frog-eating fingers out of my face. Not a fan of the French. I think they're pussies. I think they eat gross food. I think Macron's wife is ugly. Just 25th Amendment this motherfucker. Get Kamala in there. At least Macron points a finger in her face. She'll suck it. Fuck him. Have a great fucking day.
Big outs. So this is a picture. Macron's all masked up.
I think I know what happened.
Pointing straight at Biden. Biden's got his head held down like you can't tell if he's sleeping or not. What's going on with that?
I think what he said was something along the lines of like, your wife and I graduated high school the same year.
Yes, for sure.
Because she's 28 years older than Macron. She's like 70. She's like 70. She looks good, but she's like 75 and he's like 48. I'm pretty sure.
She is. I'm surprised.
She could have been a doctor before he was born.
Surprised he would point in Joe's face like that, knowing, being sensitive to the elderly like he should.
That's
be.
right. That's right. So maybe he was like, I do take care of my elderly wife, sir.
All right, next.
Howdy, fellers. This is Aaron from North Carolina. Long-time listener, first-time caller. I'm actually the weird kid that sends you the wine bottle chugging videos. So I was listening to today's episode. It's Friday. I don't know what day it is, actually. But they were talking about whale watching. And I was thinking about my first time doing whale watching in Cape Cod, actually at a Provincetown. And then I forgot who it was, mentioned the parade in Provincetown, which was also my first experience with a parade like that. I was 14 years old and was in an extremely sheltered conservative home and had not expected to see people being walked on leashes wearing only tinfoil because it was space themed that year. Anyway, love what you guys do. Thanks for everything.
Nice.
Yeah, that was me. That Provincetown is many kids' first experience with that culture for sure. I mean, it's something else up there. It's very free and good for them. But you take your conservative white family to Cape Cod, and then you want to go whale watching. You got to go through a little adventure if you're going out of Provincetown.
Yeah, if you want to go whale watching and you're conservative, you should go to San Francisco during Folsom Street Festival. It's way better whales out there.
Or just go to Alaska.
The first whale you see is a guy in a string bikini with an orca over his junk.
Yeah. You'll know immediately what another guy's cock.
Got one of those like elephant tusk things, but it's like a whale.
Yeah. All right. Provincetown. huge gay community there. A lot of fun. Next one.
Good morning. How are you, fellas? This is Austin from Kentucky. I've been wanting to do that on a voicemail, so I'm glad I got that out of my system. I wanted to call and weigh in on the 617 episode about the security guard who was just watching the guy just pillage everything. Gotta say, I am with Farva on this one. I think the guy should have stepped up and done the right thing. And it's a shame. The guy clearly wasn't a member of the Hardo Hive, or he would have, channeled his inner Randy Savage and hit him with the flying elbow off the top from aisle 4. That would have put a swift end to all that nonsense. But just wanted to say I got your back, Will. That's all I got. Have a great fucking day.
Thank you.
I'm with Will too. I'm still with you.
Well, I think that, and after Wes explained the situation, I mean, and then subsequently we posted that video on Instagram. Lots of locals commenting on it, and they're talking about, hey, like basically, like, yeah, the guy maybe could have done something, but literally, even if he had done something, there's nothing that the city would have done. Like,
no, that's not true. He would have got like a misdemeanor. He would have got a ticket. No, it's more at this point. Because it doesn't matter. Like it's still a crime. It might be a lesser crime, but it's still a crime. Right. And he's stealing from your store. It's more of the fact that Walgreens doesn't allow him to, or they fire him. That's the more important point, which is what we also found out. Because
we don't know that was the employee handbook, not necessarily the security handbook. I assume that it is
true. Well, Charles was like bringing up the point, like kind of like Will's points, like, oh, well, there's 140% more theft in California because of the law. The law seems pretty shitty, but that's neither here nor there with that one off of the incident. I was like, well, would a lifeguard that has a beach that's 140% more crowded not save someone that's drowning because it's like, oh, there's all these assholes on my beach all of a sudden?
But Wes, there's Walgreens is like being sued for something that happened. Right?
Yeah, shooting.
They had a private security guard like that guy was, but he was armed and he killed a dude in Walgreens who he said was stealing, and now Walgreens is getting the fucking pantsuit off of them. So they probably took away all the weapons from these security guards and told them not to do that shit.
The only excuse for that sack of shit not nutting up and clotheslining him, which was another request that someone's like, they should have clotheslined him. Boom, when he rides by on the bike, knock him off, is the fact that Walgreens might have fired him. That's
he had no weapon to defend himself in case the other
true.
guy had a gun.
Well, the
I
last
still go
person that
back
should have a
to-
gun is a security guard. The last person.
I still go back to this. If you're in the security,
should have done something.
If you're in the security world and you take your job seriously, you jack that guy up.
Yeah, that guy's a pathetic security guard.
He clearly didn't care.
Right. Which I mean, I get it. Hey, if he doesn't care, he
I've done a lot of jobs shittily in my day.
Yeah, but if you get caught on a viral video, they fire you. You know, like you don't want to get caught on for the.
Oh no, got to go find another $13 an hour job.
Right.
All right.
Yep.
Next.
What's going on, Hard Factor? This is Adam G. Fern. Just calling in, letting you guys know, big fucking fan. You guys are real funny. Make the drive to work pretty awesome. But my message is for Bubba. I just want to let you know, Bubba, I totally feel your pain. I've been coaching youth lacrosse, same voice for about 5 years. I got out of the military. Like, yeah, I got to do something, get back to the community. So, started coaching these boys. It's our final year. Made it to playoffs, won round 1, went into round 2, had a 6-0 lead, gave it all up, lost in overtime. Pretty rough, but again, appreciate you guys. Love listening to you. Keep it up and, keep being fucking funny. Later.
I thought 100% he was going to say, "I feel your pain because listen to my voice."
No, I know. It seems like young lacrosse coaches have to sound like that.
They all have raspy voice.
Yeah, I thought that's where he was going for sure.
Oh man, giving up a 6-goal lead is rough, but there's always you just coach them harder next time.
There you
More
go.
ground balls, more hitting drills. Make sure that if your team like young, I feel like with young kids, intimidation factor is huge.
Huge.
So if your team is just more angry and mean and just like will fucking get a lot of penalties and shit and fuck the other team up, I think that you'll come back strong, win the tourney next year.
That's the best thing that could have happened for next year. You hold that feeling over them and make them hate it for the entire year. And you want to lose you're going to lose another 6-0 lead. They won't.
Terrible.
They won't do it again next year if you keep reminding them of it.
Thank you for listening.
That's my advice. Text them in the off season.
Shut it down. I also find that bringing attractive members of the opposite sex who are the same age group, like from their school to the games, that'll help. That'll help kick them in the ass.
Oh
That will
yeah,
help.
definitely get some hot girls out there.
Or dudes if it's a
Unless
chicks
he's
team.
Yeah, right. I don't know who he's coaching.
Or chicks if it's a gay chicks team, or dudes if it's a gay dudes team.
Generally, it's dudes coaching dudes and chicks
Get a bunch of hot
lacrosse,
chicks
but
and
yeah.
dudes out there to cover all your bases.
There you go.
Sell
Then you have
tickets,
it all.
start a business. Next voicemail.
Hey, Hard Factor, how you guys doing? First off, really appreciate all the funny content. I think that's my third call, but want to get a message out there. I figured you guys would be cool with it. I stay on social media because it's always bad stuff, right? Well, every time I turn it on, I keep seeing another veteran taking his life, right? So, been a Marine veteran 8 years, and this message is kind of for all those guys out there that thinking they can't hack it. You can totally hack it. You've done it before. Stay strong. Reach out to your friends, and fucking people are here for you, dude. Don't give up. Again, you guys are awesome. Appreciate it, and take it easy.
Yeah, good message.
Hell yeah. Want to read a quick stat here for you guys. And this is from 2019. The VA released its National Veteran Suicide Prevention Annual Report, which stated the suicide rates for veterans is 1.5 times the rate of non-veteran adults, which is insane, especially because these people are suffering because of what they saw and endured while they were serving our country. And if you're a veteran and you are feeling suicidal, just bummed out, DM any of us. We will chat with you. You are not alone. We very much respect what you do.
Absolutely.
We're up late.
For all the service members too. I mean, just cops, and I know we got a lot of border patrol that listen. People who have those types of jobs where you can encounter violent situations. It can be very difficult on your brain, but we're here for you.
Absolutely. There might be like better things than talk space for that particular thing. And like Uncle
If you're feeling suicidal, you got to
call someone. Talk space is a great thing to look into, or anything like that.
Yeah,
Right.
but no, thank you for shining light on it. It's a total bummer. Obviously, most of us did not go and serve, and do the will of our country in an attempt to protect or further it. And the people that did suffered deeply, and it's terrible. And yeah, something to think about. And we're here. If
sure.
any of you guys ever need anything, you just DM us.
We appreciate you. We love you. We can. We'll talk with you.
Yeah, I'm doing my part. I put a baby in a Marine.
That's marriage. That's marriage material right there.
He's taking a Marine to a few picnics, if you know what I mean.
Tiz
Going
style.
down to the Gulf Coast.
Dude, Tiz loves a picnic.
I had the crest.
Yeah. And we probably won't do that for you, but we'll talk with you.
Oh man, sad day when
never
you
know.
When you got to
Never
step
know.
down from Gulf Crest because it's too expensive. What's below Gulf Crest?
Nothing.
Taka? No,
The grave.
Red tassel.
Red tassel.
Wes, can you go one level below that?
No, I think red tassel.
Yes, the bottom.
Yeah.
Distilling it in your bathtub.
I've never even heard of red tassel.
Oh,
All
red
right, well,
tassel.
we're going along, so I'm gonna wrap it up.
Before we do, the Lightning are up 2-1 on the Islanders, and the Bucks are up 59-48 on the Nets at halftime.
So for our listeners
Thank you,
that
Will.
binge the show, usually 1 or 2 weeks late, he's talking about. It doesn't
Well,
fucking matter.
yeah.
Happy Hard Factor Day. Have a great fucking day.